My cleaning business did over $15 million in revenue, and I'm going to show you exactly how to price your cleaning business when you guys are starting out so that you guys don't have to adjust later and do any corrections, things like that. And this is very, very simple. And a lot of the times people overcomplicate this. Okay, so when we were starting our first business, my cleaning company, what we did is pretty much what every smart business owner does. And you're not only going to do it at that time, you're going to be doing this forever. What is that one thing? Literally, you're going to go on Google, whatever the search engine is at the time, and you're going to look up your biggest competitors and you are going to see what they are charging. It is as simple as that. Okay, so when we look at, let's say, cleaning services in New York, you guys are going to find a bunch of people here. So go on the ones that are on the first page, okay, and simply look at their prices, okay? So here we have get price, okay, so fill out the steps. Here's another one, okay, book now. Let's see what we have here. This one's loading extremely slow. Home cleaning. This is very, very slow. And then you see what they're charging. And now let me go back to my cleaning company so you guys can go ahead and see my prices so that I'm already familiar with this. So it's easy for me to explain. But basically, you want to go ahead and look at what people are charging in the area that you guys are actually starting the business in and go from there. I'm not saying copy exactly word for word or price by price. You can, bumping it up $5 or being $5 cheaper for a certain thing will not make much of a difference. And as a new business owner, you guys are just starting out, you guys are figuring things out, and that will be the best starting point for anybody. And now, one other thing I want to mention is people, usually when they start out, they are like, well, I can't be charging as much as this person who's been in business 10, 20 years. They have a reputation, and that is true. However, what you can do is set your prices at that level so that you guys look competitive when someone comes back to you and books for full price. And then when it's time to attract new customers, you guys can go ahead and use coupons inside of coupons. You can create coupons, and if you're using Booking Koala, you guys can create a coupon, put it on your ads. So if you're making a Craigslist ad or something like that, you guys will put, use this coupon code, you'll get 25% off for being a new customer. What I like to say for business owners that are starting a home cleaning company is to actually try to get everybody to go for reoccurring. Reoccurring is key. You want to make sure people are scheduling reoccurring because reoccurring makes your business worth more and it's easier to scale over time. So usually do coupons like here's 30% off your first appointment or first two appointments if you schedule a reoccurring on top of the frequency discounts. Okay, so when you guys look at your competitors, you guys will see that everybody usually in the home cleaning industry will give a frequency discount of something like one time, no discount, weekly 20% off, 15% off, and 10% off if you're a monthly customer. And that's because you want to make sure people are actually going to those reoccurring services. That is the most important part for several reasons. I have videos on the channel talking about how important reoccurring services are, and that is why 20,000 are succeeding on Booking Koala because majority of those businesses are going after reoccurring customers, and especially if you're a beginner, that's key because it makes your life easier. When you get one customer, then 5, then 10, then 25, you're not starting over every single month, right? You're going and growing every single month, and that is what you want, okay? So again, this is as easy as it can be. Don't overcomplicate this. Sometimes you'll think, well, nobody's booking, it must be the pricing. That will not be true. If you went and position yourself around other local competitors, I can guarantee it is not going to be pricing. It's going to be something else. So this is a very easy step. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't hire somebody to teach you prices, because if you guys hire a consultant or something, they're literally going to tell you the same thing. And that is what they would do for you as well, especially if you hire a marketing company and if you don't have any money, bad idea, because they're literally going to do the same research. They're going to Google local competitors and base the prices on those services. So this is as easy as it gets. Don't overcomplicate it. Make sure you check out the other resources. I have marketing tips, how to start from scratch, and all of the good stuff. Good luck.